Hello and welcome back to Brent Reviews It All. So today I'm going to be talking about Love and Marriage DC Season 1. I believe this is episode 7, Monique in the middle. I missed a week because I was on vacation, or I was headed out to vacation. I just got back, so I was able to watch the previous episode and then also the current one this morning. So I just want to let's talk about it. Let's discuss the show. It was pretty good so far. It's getting better as it keeps going. We're still going on with the Winter and Ashley thing, and now even Arena is jumping in, and Monique, of course, still putting herself in the middle of everything, stirring the pot, which the title of this particular episode is Monique in the Middle. So they have Monique starting off with her first day doing the radio station, the morning show. Looks like she really enjoyed herself. She had a good time. They kind of flip back and forth between showing Chris and her what his morning looks like with the kids. Looks like he was just pretty much just going with it, trying to make sure that they get everything done. Like he was telling them, it's not really a matter of the order that we do everything, but we need to make sure that we do this, and this. Brush your teeth, eat, do some learning, all those type of things. Because if I recall, the children are being homeschooled, so I don't know what time of year this is, whether they were on break or they were still needing to be homeschooled. Now that would probably be tough for him, but it's his first go around. He'll get it. Just got to give him time to get adjusted. So let me see. Their children are hilarious. The youngest one with loving to use the word me. He didn't want to say I. He understood the proper way to say it, but he just wanted to say it the way he wanted to, and hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. But as long as you know the proper way to use certain words. The oldest, the son, being able to say that his mom's haters, now they won't have no. They're going to have to hear her voice every day because she's on the radio. I thought that was hilarious. But it's also kind of crazy how her son, as the children get older, they're on social media, so they're going to know. And then probably from hearing their mom talking around the house, they probably caught wind of some of the things that she's been dealing with. But all in all, just a good little clip to start off with for the show. Then we have Ashley. She's meeting with her editor / publisher for the book that she is doing. What's the title of the book? Do That Ish. It starts with an S, but you get where I'm going with that. So that was the title. That's the title of her book. Seems like it would be an interesting read. I thought her take on it. It's pretty much where I am mentally right now. You can, do your affirmations. You can do all those things, but you also want to make sure that you're actually putting the action behind what you need to be doing for yourself, whatever that may be. So I love that she is putting herself out there. She's pushing to start doing more of what she loves to do and what's for herself, and not just mommy mode. I'm sorry, I looked at my shirt to make sure I had my shirt on properly. I thought it was on backwards, but make sure that she's not just being a mom and a wife, that she's actually doing something that's for Ashley. Now, we do find out that she does have some insecurities, which it's normal. She's human. She doesn't really like taking photos because she doesn't like the way she comes across in photos. Me, I don't believe I'm photogenic at all. I hate taking pictures, so I totally get it. So she has some reservations about putting herself on the cover of the book. So her editor has to really, talk her up and talk her into it. Like, hey, this is what you're pushing for other people to do. You got to stand in it as well and push yourself to do the same. So that was really great that she has some good support behind her. Now we are getting more information on Ashley about her being diagnosed with depression years ago, like 2017 or 2018, something like that. Just day in and day out, just being all about the kids, all about what your husband needs. You're not doing anything for yourself. You're just, I could see how that could happen, getting overwhelmed. And just to know that she had to drop out of school twice so that she could be at home with the kids, to be a mom, because DJ Quick Silva I mean, he was basically, like she said, his career was taken off, so he was gone. And it was basically left for her to just be like, oh, well, you have to be at home. You got to take care of the kids. Um, and she's was just discussing basically winter again, just saying that she's trying to be on a more positive vibe, but just understanding that winter is turning out to be more of a roadblock to her positivity. Really interesting thing to say and to put her in that category, because, well, she said it was because winter was able to pull a certain type of energy out of her that she's not really trying to put out there. I get it. I totally do. But we're gonna continue to see what happens with this whole winter Ashley thing. Jeez. Now we move on. We have Monique. She's coming home from her first day with the radio station. She's just talking about everything, really enjoying, loving, and she's seeing everything come full circle for herself. Again, same scenario. Mom, stay-at-home mom. Chris is out working, doing his thing. And it's her time to really push and put in the time and the energy. Chris is very supportive of that. And he says he's always been supportive. He's always known that there's more to her. And I love that he is standing behind her and assisting. This mark back here, my chair rubbed this wall. That's why it's like that. I just noticed it in the camera. Moving on. So like I said, he's very supportive of her, and I think that is beautiful. Now, the getting up at 3:45 a.m. in the morning to do your show, I don't know about that. That would be tough. But if it's really something that you love doing, and that's what you got to do, then so be it. At the end of the day, it's something that's fulfilling for her. It's a dream of hers. It's what she said she's wanted to do, and I think that's great. So kudos to Monique, and we hope to continue to see good things come from her, other than the pot stirring, of course. Now they move on. They have Jamie coming, calling for Irina to come down. Now we find out some more information about them. Apparently they are TikTok famous. So he was setting up to do a TikTok video. So they said that they make money off of TikTok. It is not their primary source of income, but they are able to use that income to go do things like go on a vacation, stuff like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I wish I could be TikTok famous too, but I do not know how to work TikTok for the life of me. That's another story. So she brings up the whole thing with the meeting with the intuitive lady. I believe that's the proper way, her proper title, but just basically off of his energy, she was able to tell, like, you're like aggressive, you're like a bully, like you're like this. I think she called him a pit bull, if I'm not mistaken, but just kind of going back to that, she brought it up to just kind of talk. And even then in that conversation, he seemed like he wasn't really trying to remember what she said, but he knew. He's not dumb. He knows what he's doing. I thought it was interesting that he said he would actually go back. Irina's trying to get some more depth out of him. I get that, because you don't want to let that just roll over. Like, clearly y'all have been dealing with this man. She's been with him for years. He's been this way for years, and I don't even know how she's dealt with that for as long as she has, because, oh my gosh, his personality, it comes off very strong, very dismissive, just in the way that he responds to his wife or responds to his children. It is aggressive. But they've dealt with it for years. But we'll see what happens, and hopefully he does see it through and go back. They go back together, because they both have things about themselves. Now they go on. They have Ashley. She's doing her photos for the book, so that's good. She went on ahead and did it. Monique comes to meet up with her after she finishes with the photo shoot. So of course, here we go, Monique talking again. Now Ashley and Monique, they actually have a lot in common with the whole stay-at-home mom thing, and now they're moving into doing more for themselves and not feeling guilty or feeling selfish about it, because it's not like they don't love being a mom. It's not like they don't love being a wife, but they want to make sure that they have an identity about themselves. I too in that same mind space, you want to do something for yourself like what I'm doing now, but you also don't want to feel like you're being selfish for doing something for yourself at the same time. So I totally get it. So when they were talking, Ashley, she is so funny because as she's getting to know Monique and just kind of being around her more, she's noticing that Monique is a talker. She definitely loves talking about herself. If you've watched Monique on Housewives of Potomac, you already know this information as well. It's like, oh my gosh, Monique, Ashley's trying to open up and talk to you more about herself, and you are continuing to direct the conversation back to you, and I. But that's Monique. I don't know what to say about that. Like, she's not a bad person, but it's just like, geez, Monique, sometimes be quiet a little bit, just a little bit. But like Ashley was saying, it's all right. She just let her keep on talking, because more she keeps talking, she keeps dropping little things in there. And every time she drops a little something, and she gets herself into trouble and she wants to try to dig herself out of it, no ma'am, Monique, they are not letting you slide that easy, honey. So in that, Ashley is pretty much like, okay, girl, go ahead and tell me exactly what was there, because y'all were kind of going around it and I don't want to keep hearing about this. Like, tell me exactly what was there. So, of course, Monique, she finally lets everything out. She tells Ashley about Winter calling her husband DJ Fun Size. She even told her about what she said about Raina's husband, calling him Red Light Special. It was just like, oh, here you go, Monique. You're getting roped into some more mess by running your mouth. However, you are not dumb. You know what you are doing. You know that you are the pot stirrer. I'm assuming that is going to be her role within this group. Don't know how this is going to pan out for her in the future, but we're going to see. So Ashley, she didn't even take it personally. She actually thought it was funny, but it wasn't really like a huge thing to her, because it's like, okay, well, he is short, so okay, yay. You didn't put too much effort in that, but it is what it is. Now they have Chris and DJ Quick going over to a spa just to have some guy time and relax, get treatments and stuff. That was really good. Nice to see that the men, they are talking, they're bonding. Chris even says that he knows DJ Quick can talk. He's a DJ, so he's entertainment. That's what he does. That's clearly a part of his personality. So, hey, it is what it is. But you get to get a little bit more understanding of them too on their end. They are having to learn how to step in more on the being with the kids more, helping out at home more, versus where the women were at home doing that. So they have a lot in common, some things in common as well. Now, moving on, we have Irina. She's meeting with a surgeon to get a skinny BBL. Now, of course, she has Ashley to come in to sit with her as well while she's talking about this. And I'm just like, Irina, the intuitive lady just told you and was talking to you about what the energy you were giving off, which is having to be perfect. And then you turn around and say, oh, I want a skinny BBL. And we find out this lady really has some insecurity. She does feel like she has to be perfect all the time. Full face makeup, body has to be tight, no nothing. She wants hips. She says she's looking at, the Instagram models and everybody on the internet, and she's like, I want that, I need this. It's like, and Ashley's just like, everybody don't. That's not for everybody. But if that's what she wants, I don't have a problem with people having surgery, cosmetic surgery, if that's what you want. But the reason behind it, I thought, was not so great. If you're going to do it because it's truly for you, not because you see everybody else with it, or, you want it because you see all these other ladies and this is what they look like. Like Ashley said, a lot of those things that's on the internet, they are filtered and fixed to look perfect, but that is not really what those women look like in real life. So it was kind of sad to hear Irina speak about herself like that, but that's her insecurities, and like I said, everybody's not perfect. But yeah, she wants a skinny BBL. They show her body, and I'm like, Irina, really? You like, as you said, she's like, you literally have zero body fat. I don't see any cellulite, no stretch marks. Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, I have all those things, but hey, to each his own. Now, after they do the meeting and whatnot with the doctor, sorry y'all, I'm a little bit stuffy. They do the meeting with the doctor, and so that part is over with. So Ashley, she goes and starts telling Irina what her and Monique talked about, that information coming from Winter. So she tells her about the DJ, you know, the nicknames or whatever. She does go, also tells Irina what Winter said, called her husband really special. When I tell you, Irina's voice and her whole face, her energy shifted. And it was like, oh, Lord. Now you're about to bring in another side of Irina that we haven't seen yet. So we're gonna see what happens with this, but you could tell that Irina was like, oh no ma'am. I think she was really more so upset because she was like, bro, I was sitting here trying to build a relationship with you and letting you in a little bit. That information you took back and you shared it with somebody, I don't care if that was your friend for 25 whatever years, 15, 20 years, that wasn't for you to go back and spread to anyone else, and make fun of it, because you did. As much as you want to explain it away and whatever, Winter, that is what you were doing. But yeah. Other than that, the last part that we leave out on with this episode is basically Irina meeting up with Winter. It seemed like as soon as Winter got back, I think she said she was in LA. As soon as Winter got back from there, she immediately met up with Winter. Irina met with Winter to discuss everything and just kind of get some understanding, like, hey, like, I thought we were, you know, getting to know each other, building a friendship, and I'm getting information back as if you were over here talking about me. Now, again, like I just said, Winter was not necessarily trying to play it off, but she was trying to kind of laugh it off, like, hey, you know, it wasn't like that. It was like, but Irina was not here for it. She was not playing. She's not playing about anybody trying to, you know, start some drama with her and between her and her husband. She didn't think it was funny with the nicknames, and she had no problem with letting Winter know this. So I think Ashley at that point, she realizes, like, okay, Monique, you still out here, you're supposed to be my friend for X amount of years. You are starting the drama and making it seem like I was just sitting up kikiing with you and just making fun of them about their relationships. Now, the way they ended the show, and Irina was just basically like, do you think you are mentally effed up because of your failed marriages? I believe that's the way she said. I might not be saying it verbatim, but for her to just jump out there and say that, it was just like, ooh. I'm curious to know what her response will be to that. We're gonna see. Like I said, they cut it right there, so I don't know what's gonna happen next. We're gonna see. The show, like I said, it's getting good. It's been good since the first episode. I have had no issues with the episodes that have been coming out. I'm really getting into this season. I love it. I want to see more from them, and I can't wait to watch next week and see what happens between Irina and Winter, and also Winter and Ashley. It seems like Winter's gonna be the main tagging, and then we also get a clip that Kevin is gonna somehow be roped into meeting with the fellas, and then also as the whole group, and Winter was not here for it. So she was like, get me out of here. I'm not gonna be here as long as this man is in this room. Absolutely not. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next week. Let me know what you thought about that episode. I mean, I'm loving it. No complaints on my end. Again, yes, Ashley's my favorite, but I'm not gonna, you know, just be team Ashley all the time. If she's in the wrong, she's in the wrong. If she's in the right, she's in the right. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you when I post a video, because how else are you gonna know unless you're checking, right? So just thank you once again for watching. This is looks like it's gonna be a beautiful Sunday out here in Dallas. Probably hot as all get out, but we gonna make it work, because I've been here all my life, so it is what it is. But hope you have a great and beautiful day, and thank you for watching. Bye. See you next time.